right.
Back again. Guess
Always.
who's back?
Just us, sorry.
Yeah, it's us.
Episode
Hello.
102.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Amy.
We are
On the Haunt.
Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah.
How are you?
We're good.
We're fine.
Are we? I don't know.
Yeah,
How
we're
are we 2 weeks from today or 1 week from today? We
I'm
don't know. It's the
anticipating-
future.
anticipating being great.
Me too.
I already can't talk.
Right.
So that's good.
So it
Wow.
only goes up from here.
It really does.
So by the time this comes out, has something happened with that balloon floating over?
Yeah, what is that?
I don't understand. I don't know what's happening.
China, what
Can
you
someone
doing?
like float up there and check it out?
Or just shoot that thing
Well,
down?
no, I don't think they want to do that because they suspect it might have something in it.
Oh, or start a war with China? No, thank you.
But a balloon? Like, I don't. I'm so.
Well,
I
China's
don't
like,
understand.
whoops, that wasn't supposed to do that. We're like, and then I saw some meteorologist post, it was like, that's not a weather balloon. They don't go that high. And I'm like, well, it's China. Maybe they have different technology than us that they're hiding because they're communists, aren't they?
Yeah, China's a communist
Yeah,
country
I thought
for
so.
sure.
Not cool.
No, so
Communism
we don't,
sucks.
So what's happened with that? We don't know right now, but we will now, maybe, because it's the future and we're in the past.
We're on a time continuum.
This is always so hard recording.
I know, and then we complain about it, and
I
everyone's
know.
like, shut up.
Yeah.
This is your choice.
What's everybody been up to? Whitney and I have been watching The Last of Us, which is amazing.
So good.
Highly recommend on HBO if you haven't checked it out.
Ron Swanson shows up.
Yeah.
I can't even think of his real name. He's just Ron Swanson always to me.
Nick Offerman.
Oh, he's so great. It's a good show. I love that the zombies are scary.
My
in that
daughter was.
show.
I didn't even realize it was based on that
Me
video game
neither.
that she had played. She was like legit obsessed with that video game a couple years ago. So,
Huh. Yeah, I'd never heard of it. It's because we're old.
but I was just like, I don't understand. How's it a game?
Right.
It's like telling a story.
Right.
She's like, but I guess throughout the whole game, like Ellie and Joel are like, you're killing the infected. And can we talk about the infected on that? I almost had to turn it off because I already have like, what's it called? Like trypophobia or whatever, where like when you see like people with like holes on their skin, it does something to me that just, I
People
can't take
with
it.
holes in their skin?
Have you ever seen
Who
any
has-
kind of, like, I don't know.
Oh, like honeycombs?
Yeah. Ugh, I can't. I had almost that same reaction to those infected with like the
face
the
thing?
fungus stuff on their head. I almost had
It's
turned
gross.
it off. I couldn't.
It's really
so hopefully
gross.
we don't have to see a bunch of them.
I think you probably will.
I think you're probably right.
I think that
but-
it's interesting though how they're all connected and that aspect of it that's so different from any
and
other
how
zombie
the things
movie.
can just like bleh out of their mouth and into
It's
yours.
nasty,
Oh,
man.
God.
Funguses.
They look like the stuff that comes out of their mouth just looks like those fake noodles that aren't real noodles, like for people who are like zero carb. It's like, here, you miss noodles,
Zoodle?
try these, but they just
Made
smell
of
like
zucchini.
fish. No, they're like clear. Have you ever
Nasty.
seen those?
No, that's so gross. Yeah, it's gross. It's really.
So-
And the lady from Fringe.
Yeah,
I was like, the lady
I
from
was
Fringe.
like, man, where do I know her from? And then I'm like, oh, that's
Fringe was
her.
such a good show. Why they
I
gotta
don't know why you got to be
Joshua
like that.
Jackson?
It was great.
Get in my bed.
I've started rewatching The Walking Dead. 'cause,
Have
I
you?
mean,
Well, I watched.
I've
have you
watched
watched?
everything. It's
Have you
so
watched
sad.
Black Summer on Netflix? It's zombies too. Okay,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that too.
Yeah.
I mean, it got to the end where I was like, okay, we're too much now about like how humanity has fallen and humanity is the scariest part. I'm like, I want
Yeah.
the zombies.
And last night I watched a documentary called Gunther's Millions about a dog named Gunther. But it's like it's a documentary, but it takes like I don't even know. There's no way to explain it. You have to read a lot of subtitles because it
Gunther.
happens in Italy, but it's pretty interesting.
Huh? What?
So something I'm like that's where I am in my life. I'm watching documentaries about dogs with inheritances.
Well, why would you leave inheritance to a dog?
Well, it's like a whole tax evasion thing.
Ah,
Yeah.
dogs don't pay taxes. True. That'd be funny. They're like trying to sign their tax form with their little paws.
My dog just drags her butt.
Oh, gross. I will sign with my butt. Oh my God. Yeah.
She's a mess. She's so funny right now. Like she needs her own little personal humidifier, I guess, because our heat's been going so often lately that her face is really dried out. So she's just rubbing her face and everything. But I have creams and stuff, but if I put it on her face, she just licks it off.
And how does
So I'm
it
like, that doesn't do
penetrate
any
their
good.
fur to get to
Well,
her
her
skin?
face
you
doesn't have like a lot of fur, really. Like
Oh.
her, what's that called? Your muzzle, I
Muzzle.
guess. And she has all those wrinkles.
Oh.
So You
Poor
got to get
thing.
up under there, but I don't know. I'm like, I don't know what to do for you, but can you stop rubbing your face on the furniture and my Dolly Parton rug? 'Cause I don't appreciate it. She rubbed her butt on my Dolly Parton rug last week, and I had to Clorox wipe
I mean,
it.
does she have butt worms?
No, she probably needs her anal glands expelled.
This is why I don't have pets.
Well, that does it. I don't do it.
That's
We've talked about this
nasty.
before.
Do we? And then I think I've asked this before too. Do we have anal glands?
Probably.
Well, I've never had mine expelled.
I don't know if we do. What are hemorrhoids? Are
That's
those
your
glands?
intestines, isn't it? Coming out of your butthole.
Those are not your intestines.
well, it's some part
They're
of the
like
outside coming
fissures.
in. I thought.
They're just like they're
I
like
have
they're like a skin tag, but in your butt. I think.
It's like the most epically nasty skin tags. Do you have hemorrhoids? I totally have hemorrhoids.
No, I do not.
God, now I feel embarrassed for
No, I
admitting
did
it.
when I was pregnant with Brecken.
Mine just never went away, I
intense.
don't think. Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't have hemorrhoids. Because they don't, my butthole doesn't hurt.
I thought I did once, and I went to like Midwest Hemorrhoid Treatment
And
Center.
that's their job all
And
day.
they're like, you don't have hemorrhoids. I'm like, well, then what's happening? It turned out I had a golf ball sized mass on my colon. So that was great. I had to have
I'll go
surgery.
home and look at my butthole tonight.
Yeah.
See if I have
I
a...
made Jamie look at mine when I was pregnant with Brecken. I'm like, what's happening down there? It's like, I don't know. It kind of looks like a walnut.
No, that's true.
I'm like, drive me to the emergency room. I mean, right now.
You can never
did.
divorce Jamie. That is like the best husband. No, I know.
I needed to know what was going on.
I know. And I mean, how
Listen, bearing children is not
Amy's
walking the
wagging
park,
her
yo.
finger.
Listen, our
know, but
poor bodies. I desperately need a tummy tuck, but I can't afford
Can you
it.
imagine?
I'm too afraid to go
Would
under
you
the
think
knife.
Jamie's still sexy if you had to see his butthole? Because I sure as hell wouldn't find God. Imagine what their buttholes look like.
It didn't seem to deter him any.
Just covered in hair. Like it's like a little forest surrounding a little.
With a little hemorrhoid peeking out.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe I don't have hemorrhoids. I don't know. God, I need to know. I'll update you guys next week. Okay, thanks.
I mean, I think you have to have a medical diagnosis. I don't know.
Surely I'll be able to tell, right? It'll look funky.
I guess.
Well,
like
like
a walnut. I don't know.
Oh dear God, if my butthole looks like a walnut, I'm just ending my life. Goodbye, cruel world.
Is it worse when you poop?
I mean, nothing hurts ever.
Yeah.
Except if you have like, have you ever had diarrhea? Why am I talking about this? Have you ever had diarrhea, like an extended diarrhea situation for a couple days,
Where you
like
get
you're
chafed?
sick and your butthole just like it starts to burn when you're pooping? Does that happen to you? Where you're like, this poop is literally hot lava.
I guess probably.
Okay.
So you have a hot lava situation going on.
I mean, not usually, but, every 6 months or so. Well, here's my annual or biannual, whatever, hot lava situation. Or sometimes I wipe and I'm like, that doesn't feel right. Like, why is that so swole down there? I'm like, damn, I'm swole. Just my butthole. What? Oh my God, people hear this in the world. We should start over. Just kidding. Can I get fired from my employer for talking about my butthole on...
Well, that seems discriminatory.
Yeah, to people with butthole issues.
They're a proctologist for a reason.
Yeah,
it's a whole profession.
This is a free country. I can talk about my butt all I want.
I had to go to a butt surgeon. They exist. I don't think that was his official title, but it was something along those lines.
That's really unfortunate, Why would you choose that line of doctorhood?
Well, I don't know, but thank God people do.
I know, but you're just like, what am I gonna pick? I'm a butt guy. Going for the butt.
People are always going to have butts. People are always going to have problem with their butts.
People are always gonna
it's
have
not
butt. Title.
It's probably
there it is.
People are very often going to choose to go that profession, so it's not going to be that hard to get a job.
People will always have butts. Title. That's great.
Well,
It's true.
factual.
Man, you just like spew the truth, Amy.
I do.
Yeah, and maybe like they had a
nothing
family member with butt cancer and they're like, that's the route I'm going. I'm going to help people like this. Anyway, enough about butts. How's your butt?
Here's some
Great.
paranormal.
You want to hear about paranormal butts?
Or-
Amy's is practically paranormal every night.
It is.
She lays in bed.
It's got a mind of its own.
Oh, that story of you.
All right, so I'm just gonna go to Reddit
Oh, Lord, dear
this
God.
round.
Here we go.
And I am on a Reddit thread called Paranormal Encounters, True Stories of Unexplained Phenomena. And I'll just go until you tell me to no longer go. So
Do you listen to Morbid? Sorry.
I have.
Have you? Okay.
I do, not like regularly.
Okay, we can
but
talk
for
about
the
that
last
off.
couple years. I
Talk about that
off and on.
offline, you know.
So this is posted by DelveC8. As weird as it sounds, there are apparently paranormal Santa Claus sightings happening.
Excuse me, what?
Below is a story a friend shared.
What?
This friend was 5 or 6 at the time. I also spoke with someone who said their neighbor growing up shared a story. She was an elderly woman and shared this story with tears in her eyes. She was out walking alone through the snow in the countryside one night when she began hearing sleigh bells.
I'm sorry, isn't everything about Santa Claus paranormal? He
Above
flies around the world and goes to everyone's house.
Above her in the air flew a sleigh with white reindeer. The man in the sleigh was a muscular mountain-type man.
No,
Ugh.
this is off.
With a long beard and a pointed green hat, like some early renditions of Santa. He was holding a wand. True story? I don't know. But there are many accounts involving Santa, and most of them appear to be creepy or eerie. Below is my friend's account and a link to a Reddit thread with people sharing similar experiences.
What?
I won't go to that thread of just Santas.
Why? It sounds hilarious.
We'll do other paranormal stuff.
What? I'm lost.
These Santa sightings, I'm intrigued because once when I was about 5 or 6, I was convinced I saw Santa flying in the sky. I told my mom, which at the time she played it up. But later as a teen, I brought it up. She said it must have been an airplane in the sky, but it definitely wasn't a plane. It didn't move in a straight, steady line like a plane, nor did it have the blinky lights like a plane.
Also, it had reindeer.
I don't know. I still remember watching through my bedroom window, watching it in the night sky, weaving up and down. It looked exactly how you would imagine Santa in a sleigh with reindeer flying through the sky. It even went across the moon in a very classic silhouette. You could only see it because of the moonlight. Not close enough to see any detail like colors or anything. It just looked like a sleigh with reindeer gliding across the sky. I woke up at like 2 a.m. from excitement. I crept out to the living room and saw the presents from Santa and the stockings and was really excited. I went back to bed, but obviously I was too excited to sleep. I was just waiting for there to be enough daylight to wake up my parents. I was staring out the window while laying in my bed when I saw it.
Oh my gosh. That's
Okay,
kind of cool, though.
I'm not really going to go to
That one's cool.
people's
The other one
comments.
seems scary.
So here's
Sort of.
one titled Sleep Noise.
Oh, what?
Hello, everyone. Oh, this is by Independent Art 2065. Hello, everyone. This is my first time posting. English is not my first language, so sorry if I make grammar mistakes.
No worries.
It's okay. You're doing great. I'm a female and I live alone. I have experienced weird things many times throughout my life, and I always feel watched. So I decided to start recording my sleep to see if I can catch something. I have a lot of screeching noises in the recordings, but I don't think that is worrying. In this particular recording, though, I have had a sleep paralysis. I woke up to demons, ? Jumping on my bed and back. When I listened to the
Like
recording
gremlins?
from that night, my heart dropped. So my question is, can anyone else hear it, or is it just in my mind? Please listen with headphones. I don't know. Let's see.
Let's listen.
That was it. That seems sexy.
But there were two sounds. There was like a gremlin-y sort of sound, and then like a kind of sound. Weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yes, we heard something, ma'am.
Yeah.
Didn't sound like jumping. Wrestling.
Oh, here's another one. It says, sound up, nothing to see. November 20th, built in 1907, we rented the bottom portion and experienced so many paranormal experiences there. We caught this on our security camera. It caught fire in January of 2021. What do you guys think? I'm not going to do that because I don't even know. It's like a video, though. Like with...
How long is it? Well, it said there's nothing to see, so you just listen.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand. It's
well, there must be a sound. Okay, I'm not
okay,
fighting with
let's
you about
see.
it, Amy.
Let's see.
Let's see how many...
Those voices, I guess?
I hear nothing.
There were definitely voices here. Let me back it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something.
definitely. But
It's
what
a
are
voice.
they asking? It just says, what do you guys think? Well, I think I hear something.
Right.
What do you want? I don't know. All right, so let's go to Alter Ego YRSA. When I was a kid, I lived in an older house in Sweden.
Ooh.
A lot of things happened there. This is one thing. One night, I suddenly woke up because I literally felt a presence in my sleep. I know I woke up fully, partly because I have always been a light sleeper, same, and quick to wake up as a kid. There was a red-haired woman with the classic pale complexion staring back at me from one of the corners in my room.
Ew.
I think she was angry at me. I don't know. She didn't look happy, at least, and I got a sick feeling in my stomach. It freaked me out. I was about to start running out of the room when I blacked out. Woke up the next morning still scared and soaked in cold sweat. My dad just brushed it off, saying I had a nightmare or whatever. Mom, however, that has always been more in tune with the other side, got mad and told whatever or whoever it was to back off.
Good.
For good, and never scare her child again. Nothing more happened after Mom got mad. Enough is enough, my mom said, and shortly after that we moved. But unfortunately, something else came when I was a teenager. Well, you just left us hanging. What else came?
Yikes.
That's interesting.
And scary.
What is this?
Oh, God.
Oh, I think he's trying to show us scratches. You have to shave your whatever body part that is for us to see the scratches.
That looks like a
Sir
supple
or
thigh.
ma'am.
That is not Chris.
Oh,
I almost said
his
Chris
username
Rock.
is
The Rock
that
Thigh.
one weirdo, Raymond.
I like that.
Oh, more info in the comments, though. Maybe I need to see what Raymond's got to say.
About his thighs.
He says scratches have been randomly appearing on me since October 2020. More info and comments. But then there's no more info from him. But we have Zealous Ideal who says, it's dermatographia. Don't freak out. It's sort of a skin allergy. You'll get it anywhere when you'll be even in small contact with anything. Okay.
Okay.
Well, there's just a bunch of
It looked like a
people who think
scratch.
they
Leave him
know
alone.
Yeah, I think they know stuff about skin.
Reddit. It's the Wild West.
All these rogue dermatologists. All right, so now let's go to Verolva 94. If you read my first encounter or whatever you want to call it, well, this all happened just about 7 kilometers down the road from that.
Oh.
We did not read your first encounter, but it's okay. A few years later, I was out hunting with a friend when we lost legal light. That's a
What do you
legit.
what? Lost
legal light.
What does that mean?
Does that mean after that?
You can't
hunting
shoot
hours go
after.
out?
Yeah.
Like shooting hours? I don't know.
I've never heard it called that.
No. So we hiked back to the truck and hit the road in his parents' new Ford half-ton. The ones with the sensors all over the vehicle.
For
La-di-da.
what? Sensing what? Sensing how much of a loser
So it,
you
slams
are?
on your brakes, maybe, if something runs, those kinds of sensors. My car does that when I'm backing up.
Yeah.
It's constantly slamming on its poor brakes. It's like, God, she can't drive.
Something's back there, ma'am!
We had some music playing as we were just heading back towards town again when the music started acting weird and cutting in and out with static. So me being in the passenger seat disconnected the Bluetooth and reconnected the phone. Music cleared up and we continued down the road. We got up to the kilometer board on the road that my previous encounter took place, and I mentioned, oh, hey, that's the whistle block that we logged a couple years back. Half jokingly, because I couldn't make heads or tails of it, my friend replied, great, thanks for that, as I told him the story before. We continued slowly down the road because it gets pretty rough in a couple spots, and the road has a few sharp turns and an S-bend. Well, we go about a kilometer further, and the music starts screeching and doing what we can only describe as alien noises.
Oh.
So I disconnect the Bluetooth again, and my friend says, oh, Mom's got a cord in here. So he stops and gets the cord for me. I plug the phone in and play music again. Another kilometer down the road, and the phone goes apeshit. I mean, loud alien squealing and sounds similar to that dial-up internet noise from the 90s.
Yes, we know.
Yes, we get it. We had started into the S-bend when this was happening, and we shut the music off completely as we were driving, still making the one half of the S-turn. And then we both look up from the music deck screen, and the headlight illuminates a figure standing in the middle of the road. Oh, my God. So we swerve.
And we shat.
We swerve and take a ditch.
Oh.
A bit, still going probably 30 kilometers per hour.
I mean, I don't know what you do, but you don't swerve into a ditch.
No. And get the truck back up on the road. We continue coasting down the road.
They just keep going? They're like, whatever that was.
We were both in awe after just seeing a flash of this thing. I finally say, after what seemed like 5 quiet minutes, man, did you just see that? My friend cuts me off and says, a effing skeleton in the middle of the road? I say, yeah, like a white rib cage.
What?
And a deer skull for a face, he finishes.
What?
I said, turn around. What the F was that? Does someone need our help?
No, they're too far gone.
It has a deer head and a rib cage. No.
Well, deers have rib cages.
True.
But if you can see it, and it has a skull instead of a head,
yes,
you're good. Just go on.
Not thinking we were in the middle of nowhere with no vehicles around or any that we had seen from the past other hunters. It was early season and no one bow hunts here anyways. My friend said, I'm not turning around. I feel sick, like I'm going to throw up. And he continued driving. We didn't see another vehicle. I would keep driving.
What if we were together? Would you go back?
I would keep driving.
First
of all, we would have died in a fiery crash.
I would be the person to be like, let's go back.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on how scary it was, I guess, probably too.
Yeah, that's true.
It was taller than the pickup by easily a couple of feet.
Okay, well, that's horrifying.
I'm 6'1", and my forehead is at the top of the window for reference. It had black surrounding the white of the bones with long arms half stretched to its sides, as if it was saying, try and hit me. I watched this thing past the passenger window and stared up at it like as we wailed by, and it was definitely 3-dimensional, tall with long arms and dark, dead looking, like light was sucked into it without reflecting anything. Hard to explain. When we hit surface again, my friend received a text message from his mother saying, what did you two idiots hit in my brand new truck? I guess the new Fords send near accident reports to the owner when the sensors pick up something. I'm an old school Chevy guy, so I don't know. Ha ha. The only thing I can find online that resembles what we both saw is a Wendigo without the antlers, or the headlights didn't illuminate them anyway. Double Reward 230 says, too bad you didn't have a dash cam. Okay, Captain Obvious. Crazy Tech Wizard 96 is like, yeah, it's a Wendigo. Seeing myself to myself.
What?
That was redundant. One with a deer skull, antlers, milky eyes, and with feathers and a string around the antlers.
What?
Seen
Why?
that fella like 6 to 8 times so far. He's friendly towards me at least and quite shy. Elsewise, y'all shouldn't be out at night in the woods anyways.
And quite shy.
Had a truck and were in it. Could have ended bad, to be honest.
Why does it have string around the antlers?
And then standard droplet asks this guy, can I hear your story about the Wendigo? Well, I think he just told it. I've written down a few. Then the other paranormal stuff are pinned to my profile. Pretty much a lot. Or roadmap that I've encountered so far. Here it is. Then Mitka01 says, dang it, Bowie. Almost got removed from the map from one of these damn things, but you got one in your pocket. Seen a Wendigo 8+ times? Guess you need to start an 8-episode podcast about it. Put a post on here and tell us about it. Or turn in your story to Dark Waters or Dogman. Okay.
What are those? Dark Waters and Dogman?
I don't know.
I'm writing that down.
Look it up. So anyways, just people, this guy basically hijacking the whole post. Shall I do another?
You shall.
So this is by Ledzovi. There's been this occurring activity that happens every time someone in my family gets pregnant. My parents talk about how they would hear 3 knocks and just feel a presence during both my sister and my time in the womb. Recently, there's been a spike in my household, and one night in the bathroom, there was 3 knocks on the door, especially for me, and just an overall sense of presence in my room. My sister, who's pregnant and just announced recently at 3 months, saw a crock being lifted up and dropped on its own.
A crock? Like the shoe?
CROC.
That's the shoe.
The shoe, yeah.
That's funny. Well, those are quite light.
They are. I wanted to ask the peeps of this subreddit why there might be an increase in activity, and if you have any insight into pregnancy calling something outward, thank you.
That's so creepy. I don't like that.
On my path says, thanks for the post. I had several experiences with my firstborn, from being sniffed like a dog would do.
Wait, who sniffed?
By what?
Or were you sniffing things?
From being sniffed like a dog would do. To
Maybe something did that and she did, but nothing was there?
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
To feeling something sharp poking my stomach. Nothing other than
that
things
could
like
be
that.
pregnancy complication.
Yes, you might want to go to the doctor. Guess it creates a lot of energy in the spiritual realm. The veil is thin during this time. And then Noel Angel 112 says, my mom had 6 kids and experienced crazy paranormal stuff when pregnant with me. I came out highly sensitive to the spirit realm. I can see, hear, and speak to spirits. Your family's experience makes me think maybe you guys have a family line of sensitives. Do you guys feel you experience the paranormal more than most people that you meet? So, yeah, if anybody wants to hop on this Reddit thread, I mean, there's like so many stories on here. It's insane.
It just goes to show
It just goes forever. Hundreds of stories. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank
So
you for
hop
that.
on, guys. Reddit, what a place.
It is quite a place. If I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't go back to sleep, that's right where I go.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see here. Wait, make sure I'm on the right. Yes, here we are. So I'm going to be telling you about the old hag.
Here I am.
Or Pissadera, a frightening legend from Brazil.
Pissadera?
I don't know.
Yeah. I'd say it.
Pissadera.
Pissadera. I don't know. I got nothing.
Here she... That's obviously
mine.
not... That's just like the Wicked Witch from like Snow White, isn't it?
Is that just like a cobweb thrown over her head?
There's more photos.
Like a Halloween decoration.
As we go down, I will show you more.
Okay.
I am from designinglife.biz, which is...
It'd been cooler if it was designing women.
But it says...
design.
Here's the logo, and it says, discovering the best gay nightlife so you never miss out. That's what this is.
Yeah, you
That's
do.
what this website's about. So I don't know how this came up, but whatever.
We're here for it.
This is under the Legends and Folklore section of Designing Life. They're great. They're great.
Seems like it should have like the more you know.
Yes,
like
exactly.
Rainbow shooting out of it.
Designing life. Dying is a fact we can't get away from. True. But you never thought today would be the day you'd die. No. Even so, death never looked uglier. Today, your demise comes in the form of an old lady. This old hag is frightening, to say the least.
Jeez. Sorry, I'm making all sorts of noise trying to find my Aquaphor. I apologize.
You're fine. However, in Brazil, they call her the Pissadera. Or maybe the Pissadera. But I'm just going to say Pissadera.
Pissadera.
Yeah. Something that sounds lovelier than the way I'm saying it.
Yeah.
This old hag has many names. Some call her the night hag. Hag is such a, It makes me laugh,
That's
though.
what I'm known as in my house. Just the bed hag. Doesn't have to be night.
The bed hag.
The bed hag's at it again, back in her bed. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot to get out your gift.
Oh.
Panda Express sauce.
Oh my God. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Panda Express orange sauce. I can't believe this is a thing. Thank you so much. I can't wait to go.
Popcorn chicken. The minute rice, you just fix in the microwave.
Yes.
Bam.
Yes.
Done and done. Get
you.
the good popcorn chicken.
Yeah.
Get like the Purdue. I mean, I know
Yeah.
it's like $10 a
No,
bag,
it's worth
but
it.
it's so
Otherwise, the
good.
other stuff is like gristly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm with you. Others call it the old hag syndrome. Not sure why.
Got it. Check.
Here's her description. Sometimes all you notice is a feeling. It's the feeling of being watched. Although you don't see her ugly face. Her ugly ass face.
Thank God. I don't think I could take it.
This is so... Okay, I'm going off on a...
cobweb on her
Going on
head.
a mini Love is Blind tangent, okay? You need to watch Love is Blind. It's so entertaining. But anyway,
Is that the one where they just like talk through like the wall?
yes, and then they get...
Okay,
then
because I
they,
do think Eaton did force me to watch a season with her.
Well, this season is something.
Why
the
is
drama.
This table so hot? Oh, my laptop was there.
Why is this
Table
table so hot?
Are we conjuring up something?
It's our heat. But this season, so they don't meet each other, and then they propose, and then they meet each other, and they're always like, which is kind of sad.
It is.
Because I'm like there was this one couple, and I was like, don't you say nothing about her, because she was talking about her weight a bunch, and I was like,
Yeah.
don't you say nothing about her weight, son. Don't do it. And they did it, and they got married, and their love is happily ever after. But this other couple, the guy, later on went on and telling this woman about how she wasn't his type usually. You're not usually the type I'd go for. If I saw you in a bar, I wouldn't go talk to you. All this stuff. And so me and Kyle watched this together, whatever. Don't tell anybody, you
Keeping the
guys.
spark alive.
Just keep it between us, okay? And Kyle was like, God, it's like he's like, you're so ugly. And this woman's clearly not ugly, but this man's being like, oh, you're like disgusting. And so we made this whole joke thing about like, anyway, this makes no sense. Anyway,
She's a
basically,
hag.
he was calling her an old hag, and she wasn't. So screw you, Bartiste.
Yeah.
That's all. Nancy's beautiful. That's all I'm saying.
Sure, you have your flaws too.
Well, Bartiste and Nancy, spoiler alert.
Don't work out.
Yeah, he says, I don't remember, one of them says no at the altar, and then her Puerto Rican family goes off on Bartiste. It was great. Her mom was like in his face. Her brother was like, you wasted our time. It was great.
You did.
I was like, I love this. Her family is skulls. They're a little scary. Like, I was like, does anyone have a gun? I hope not. But like, anyway, you care about your sister, and that's what matters.
Yes.
Okay. The hairs on the back of your neck will stand up straight. Other times, you'll just notice a stench. This is Amy's bedroom. We always come.
I don't have that much flatulence. I feel like you've just made that my identity now. It's not an ongoing every night thing.
The image of Jamie walking into your bedroom going, oh my God.
Hey, I was on the receiving end of that at like 4 a.m.
I know, it's just-
because Jamie got Little Caesars last night.
Oh, I know, and it's just the
and
funniest.
I was just like, oh,
It's the funniest image I have, though, of him being like, God! Like horrified, and you're like, shut up! And then it's just great.
light a candle. There's one over
Yeah,
there.
deal with it.
Bath and Body candle works as far as the eye can
Do you
see.
want to be
Pick one.
divorced, Jamie? Shut your little baby
We're
face
too
mouth.
lazy. Keaton, every time we get in a fight, Keaton's like, do you think you're going to get divorced? I'm like, we're too lazy.
Yeah.
Like, no.
It's so much effort.
It really is.
And
it's
who
just
wants to
easier
do-
to stay married?
Who wants to divide up your assets?
Yeah, not me.
No, and we brought so much more to the table.
We really did.
So they're going to...
I'm going to make an itemized list.
Right. All the stuff you bought with things that was from me. Anyway, yeah. The putrid smell. This putrid smell fills the room as you hear the old hag's footsteps come closer. You can't see a thing, but you know she's here. That's really scary. When you do see the old hag, you'll notice the fiery red eyes of the devil. Her yellow claw-like nails look dirty, but they're sharp. Okay, it's not like
Why are
an
they
and
yellow?
or.
Does she have like an iron deficiency? Maybe, maybe she just
Are you
needs
ready for this image?
a consultation.
Are you ready for this?
I don't know.
I
Probably
don't.
not.
It will never leave your. It will never leave you.
Oh. She have a humpback?
She definitely.
That is a massive. Why couldn't you tell if she had a humpback or if her head was like
In her
it
chest?
was like a disembodied head just
Her head's
floating
coming
around.
from her chest.
And she has a cane.
Her face is very like dinosaur-like.
Wow.
Her fingers are long and so dry that parts of her skin flake off. Get that? Draw some
it's
aquaphor,
wintertime,
okay?
guys. Back
She has
off.
the nose of a witch, long and crooked. Her teeth are sharp and decaying, green and rotten, but perfect for eating small children?
Whatever.
Back off.
If they're that decayed, they just break off. the
There's a
second
poor
she
kid
tries to
hiding
eat a
behind
child.
this door, I just realized.
Stay there, don't move.
And look, he's been drawing pictures of her.
Okay.
Hello, if your kid is drawing
You conjured
pictures...
her up, you fool.
And if your kid is drawing pictures of...
Have a conversation. Just talk to them.
Have a conversation.
They're an open book, really.
Leave the light on.
Sleep with them.
Yes. Bring him
What
in
do
your
people call
room.
co-sleep?
Yeah, I love sleeping with people. That sounds weird, but you know what I mean.
I like to snuggle.
I do. Like, it's comforting to me. Once you see her, she reacts with a loud cackle. She's like, I'm here.
I see my hag face now, don't you?
My-
My stench.
Her laughter will keep you awake for days. She appears... Okay, what? This is her modes of attack. She appears after a beautiful and tasty dinner. On special occasions like Thanksgiving and Christmas, when the food's plentiful and the wine flows like water, is when she's most likely to attack.
Why? Maybe she's hungry. She's like, did you bring me a Tupperware?
For your children! Regardless, today is a day to indulge. Today you'll have turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes, yum. Tonight you tasted everything. What is this? This is the weirdest article. But now you're sleepy. That's true. And you know you'll have a great night of sleep. You just finished watching that stupid dog show after the Macy's Thanksgiving Day
watched
parade.
that.
My mom always made me, and I was like, why am I watching this?
Those dogs are weird. Like,
Yeah, it is boring.
yeah. And
You know?
then that becomes like your whole life.
Yeah, and you have to
feel like
wear
it'd be
like
like a show
weird
dogs.
pantsuits
Yeah.
and a low heel.
And run.
Yeah.
God, no. Yeah, I love watching the videos of people throw shows and they fall down. And then their dogs are like, I don't know what to do. Because you have to run really fast.
I know.
Like, guide
Why
them
don't
through
they
the
just
little...
let the dog do it? If your dog's that good, it should just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think it's because it's not a course they don't know what order to go in.
I guess it's just funny too because then they like, lift up the tail and they look at the dog's butt. Back to butts. And like, what are they looking for? Have your anal glands been
Yeah, probably.
cleaned lately?
I don't understand what they're looking at.
Weird. I
and
don't
they
get
like they're always brushing their hair.
Yeah, frantically,
And
like
and
compulsively.
fluffing it. Yeah.
And the ones where the hair's like over their face, they're like brushing it over their eyes more. And I'm
Yeah.
like, let that dog see.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Blink twice, dog. If
I
you're
think
not
those dogs,
safe.
though, they can't see if that hair gets cut. I think there's something about they're like super like a
Too
light
sensitive to light.
sensitivity or something.
So sad. Like they're
I
just.
don't know. I love how you just believe everything I say.
You're my elder. I believe you. I mean, what you're saying makes sense.
But I do think I really feel like I read that.
They have
somewhere
evolved
sometime.
to.
Yes.
Not their eyes have evolved to be very sensitive to. It's like when you and I go out into the daylight.
Yes, exactly.
We're like, what is this? Light
Please.
and air.
I'm
What's
take
that-
me back to my bedroom with my blackout curtains, please.
What is that creature flapping its wings in the sky? Yet in the middle of the night, your eyes open. That's when you realize you can't move. It's strange because you're wide awake, but your arms and legs won't budge.
Or bulge? I've been working out. My arms and legs are. I have
It's like
rotisserie
my
thighs now.
Swolled butthole. Out of the corner of your eyes, you notice a shadow. Is it your imagination? Then you hear a burst of laughter. That would be really scary.
I feel like crap. I'm gonna have to get out of bed and investigate this, aren't I?
You smell that putrid scent. You're like, Amy's like, oh God, what was that sound? Is that me?
Did Jamie have Little Caesars again?
The shadow starts to move. And you realize it looks like an old hag. You're like, Jamie, is that you?
Is there a mirror over there?
Jamie, do you have a wig on? Why'd you put that wig on? It's rude.
You're really going full Renaissance now?
You're like,
looks like my decorative plate.
but his skin's so beautifully smooth and porcelain.
That's really unfair.
You'd never know it was the hat. You would be like, that's not the hag.
Keaton's so lucky she inherited his skin.
Oh my God. Oh God. The laughter freaks you out, and you try to scream, but nothing comes out of your body. You're so
nothing, not even air. You're dead.
You're so scared that tears start falling down your cheeks.
It's very descriptive.
It is. You see her crawling onto your bed.
Crawling? Why? No, she's got her cane. She can walk with her cane. Oh God!
Animated.
Oh, look at her toenails. Gross.
She's wearing a nightgown too.
Or this looks like an oversized tank top.
She's got a great rack.
She really does. And her hair is very voluminous.
It is. Her glowing red eyes is off-putting.
Yeah.
And she's got look at her muscular arms.
Yeah, she's ripped, man.
This is confusing.
She's just like the toenails. Ew. And she climbs onto your bed and trims her gnarly toenails.
Ew,
and leaves
into your
the
mouth.
clippings behind.
Now you see her it says this, I'm reading this word for word. Now you see her disgusting jagged teeth. That means disgusting, but it's funny. She's just disgusting.
Is
her
their
teeth.
editor in chief.
She laughs at your discomfort. She puts one dirty ass foot on your chest. It doesn't say that. I added
toenails.
That would be. You're like, you're scratchy.
We've all seen toenails like that before. They're just
For sure,
they're
at
big.
the Troy Walmart.
Why do they get so thick?
My
Is that like a
family's
disorder?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you.
Can't you go to a doctor
You
and get
can.
something done?
Please, God, if something happens to me,
I
my
will go- I
toenails
will be
start to
going to a
grow like that.
doctor.
Yeah, my family's has this run in there.
Oh, no.
I know. My great grandma, I had to go once with my grandma to that doctor, and they literally used like a.
Like a power tool? Yes. It's like a podiatrist do that? Where do you
Yes,
go?
again, they don't get paid enough to like file it down. It was like, oh.
But I guess if it's something you can't help, I don't know.
Yeah, but still, then
But if you trim them regularly.
I don't think they get to a point where they can't. Like, my granny's toes are like this now. Sorry, Granny. She don't care. She doesn't listen. She has a flip phone. Yeah. She just wears socks and, and shoes.
Exclusively.
Yes. Anyway.
I don't know, but.
It's gross.
But she's not a hag. We
No.
love Granny. She's not a hag. She just has a hereditary toenail disorder, okay? She can't help it.
And she takes care of them where it's not, like, disgusting like this.
So she doesn't need the power tool.
No.
Okay. No. Kyle!
One day I will.
Kyle, I got
Can you
this
bring in your
commercial grade
grinder?
Go take care of Granny's feet.
Oh, God. He would
I do
throw
everything
up.
else.
He hates feet. He would literally just...
I hate having my feet touched, so I can't imagine being in a situation where I have to go to a doctor and have nothing done but my feet touched.
Yeah.
I would die.
God.
I would die.
Yeah. Oh, God. So she puts her dirty foot on your chest and puts all her weight on you. You can't breathe. It's tonight, your last night on Earth. Your family's right outside the door, but you can't scream for help. But suddenly you're free, and there's nothing in your room, and you can move again, and you're able to speak, and now you can have a real cry. It's okay to cry. Tonight you got lucky because usually the Pisadera, or the old hag, takes their victims when she comes. But maybe next time you won't be so fortunate. Legend says she hides on people's rooftops, waiting for them to have a great meal.
If you would just ask, they'd probably share, Hagatha.
Then the old hag climbs into your home and takes your breath away until you're dead. What is this one? What is she covered in? Like, are those skyscrapers?
Rockets? Missiles? This looks like Christmas garland.
It does.
And then that looks like the ammunition, like for a machine gun.
Yes, it does. This is Haggy though. Like that's
she's
really
definitely
what I'm
Haggy.
thinking.
She's not Disney Princess Hag like the other one was.
Have you ever had a nightmare? Well, nowadays we all know what dreams are. However, once you wake up, everything's back to normal daily life. Oh, it's talking about sleep paralysis now. Considering many people across the globe see an old hag when they have sleep paralysis, it makes people believe it's a demon. In other words, how could everyone across the world see the same old hag? Is it the work of the devil? Although, depending on where you're from, the experience might be different. In most Western cultures, like in the United States, people report 3 common entities. The first one's the old hag, but sometimes it's a hooded figure, which I've actually seen in my room. I wrote about it on my horror blog recently.
Shameless plug.
However, I recently got rid of that blog. Then why'd you even say that?
What's about? Is this a cry for people to be like, oh, why did you do that? We would have read it. Put it back up.
If you're interested, I can bring that article here. Leave me a comment and let me know.
There you go. See, we're on to you.
The third entity.
We do the same thing every week. It's fine.
The third entity is the man with the hat. We talked about him.
Man.
I've had friends tell me they've seen him. The man with the hat's the scariest of them all. In fact, they say just researching, reading, or talking about him calls him to you that night. Well, I didn't see him that night, did you? Here's some drawings of these things.
Oh.
That crawling thing, I'm not about that.
Is that just a number 7? What's that for? God, it's a no! I hate the number 7. So
here's the different things. There's this one. It says crawls on the ceiling or stairs and stairs. I hate this one the most. That
looks like the thing in that YouTube video.
Yes. This one says loud and scary but harmless. This one says just looks at me and it has flies flying around it. And then this one says the number 7 ? So it looks like that in your room.
Okay, so
that's weird.
That is weird.
So a Twitter user drew that to keep track of the figures that he sees during sleep paralysis.
A 7?
I'm sorry though. Like go see a doctor.
Yeah. And why is 7?
Yeah. It's a great number.
So random.
Okay. All right, the old hag in the media. In many cases throughout the world, there are many reports of people dying in their sleep. One day you're 100% healthy, the next day you're asleep forever.
Well, that just happens. I mean,
yeah, aneurysms, heart attacks. In fact, a few decades ago, healthy people dying in their sleep became such a phenomenon, one artistic creator turned it into a worldwide media sensation. He called it A Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, really? That was, okay. The movie of Freddy Krueger is the movie of sleep paralysis, where people see that infamous man with the hat before dying. When sleeping becomes your worst enemy, you'll never sleep again. Well, you have to.
You'll die. We all learned that from Nightmare on Elm Street. You can't just keep drinking coffee and never sleep.
Right.
Doesn't happen.
What's happening? These words are God, well, now I'm going to try to read this. Because here's a first-hand account of the old hag. Okay, here we go. What does that mean? I LD a lot and experience SP, sleep paralysis. What's LD mean? Lucid dream a lot and experience sleep paralysis sort of regularly. If I do, it's usually not scary and I relax, but this was the most terrifying thing I've ever experienced. I promise, this is all 100% true.
And in 947 point font.
Yes. I woke up in the middle of the night, but I must have still been dreaming. Everything was dark, or were you? Were you?
Yeah.
Everything was dark and I sleep with my door shut. This time it wasn't latched, so it could open by just a little push. I hear distant running.
Why didn't you latch it?
Like someone jogging toward my door. Ugh. It sounded oddly human, but I reasoned it was my cat.
Because the cats can be very noisy.
Yeah.
I
hear something shuffle outside my door and saw the door slowly move open with a thud. It's very dark, but I see it slowly opening up. At this point, I'm still not scared. Really? And I naturally thought it was my cat walking in and pushing open the door, and I called out to her quietly, "Kitty, come here, kitty." I waited a few seconds, and it's still quiet. I hear a very eerie meow, like a man-animal hybrid was trying to imitate my cat. Oh! It was the strangest thing. I felt my heart sink, and I suddenly hear a deep, demonic voice growling and speaking strange words. As this happened, I feel myself being sucked into my bed and being unable to move. I can feel many hands pushing my arms down, and I kid you not, demonic laughter and little girls giggling like in ghost movies. I could not see anything, but there were whispers and a very creepy, distant droning sound. My heart was beating so fast, and I could feel the adrenaline surging through my arms. I woke up, and it was all gone, but still pitch black, just like my dream. I don't know exactly if it was a dream or not. It may not sound scary. It sounds scary, but the amount of fear you experience is unlike anything I ever have. You are alone, and you are meeting what seems to be Satan himself. You could feel a sense of pure evil that could crush the strongest man or woman. God, this dream definitely made me more fearful of ghosts and paranormal things.
Well, yeah, that's a genuine, legitimate response
Yes.
to that. I would be the same.
This is written by James. Here's James' bio. James is a gay Latino traveling the world, working on projects that he loves. He's so cute. From photography to web design and video editing, he's collaborated on projects with companies like Swimmer Magazine, Lonely Planet, and Travel Channel. Go
Okay,
you.
James.
One comment.
Woohoo.
What's it say?
Should we throw him a pity comment?
How do you see the comment?
Oh, we don't know how things work.
Okay, it's gone.
All right.
Thank you so much for listening.
We love you. We appreciate you.
That's all.
We honor you.
We
Goodbye.
honor you. Goodbye.